Megan, and today I wanted to get ready with you guys because I've been loving the look I've been doing lately, and it's all using one palette, which is really cool. I purchased the Charlotte Tilbury Instant Look in a Palette Smokey Edition off of Poshmark a few weeks ago, and it is just like the perfect all-in-one palette. So we'll get into how I like it, how I use it, and you can say I've used it a lot, and it is a little dusty and powdery in there, but it is such a good travel palette, and I've been traveling for work and for personal a lot lately, so this has been awesome just to be like an all-in-one. And then I am going to feature these brushes in my tutorial today. It's the Real Techniques Enhanced Eye Set, and I received these from Real Techniques through Octoly, which was so cool. And this is a $20 eyeshadow brush set, and it comes with 5 brushes and tools and a little holder, which I think is really cool. So I'm going to be using most of these in my tutorial. The only one I probably won't use is the fine liner brush, which is just like a really fine gel liner brush, which is great for when you want to do like a nice wing with your gel liner, or just like a nice thin wing. This I was so excited about. This is called the Lash Separator, and so it's a metal lash comb that really just works through those clumps. If you have a mascara that either is prone to clumping or is getting drier, so it's easier to clump because the formula is sticking together, this just brushes through the lashes perfectly. Like a spoolie cannot do what this does, so that is awesome. And then it has 3 eyeshadow brushes. This one is really cool, the shaping brush. It's more of a short little brush that's very dense. So this is great for packing on color, for like really pressing color into the lid or the crease. Then this is one of my favorite brushes, the Essential Crease brush. I already have one of these, and it's like a tapered, just like the perfect crease brush. Honestly, I love this. And then this one is an interesting one. It's the medium shadow. It has a point to it, but it's quite large, so it's nice to just lay down color. You can even work it into the crease. So these are all super useful brushes, so I'm going to be using these today in my tutorial, and you guys know how much I love Real Techniques brushes, so to try out this set was super exciting to me. So I always start with my eyes, and let me pull my hair back because I do not know how people do their makeup with their hair down. I feel like that's just something they do for YouTube or Instagram, and that's not like how they actually do makeup in real life. So still using the Milani Eyeshadow Primer, and I might be a little crazy because I'm drinking my Dunkin' Iced Latte with butter pecan flavoring. If you love the toffee nut syrup from Starbucks, the butter pecan is the equivalent at Dunkin'. So that is a great tip. And I like to apply my Milani eyeshadow primer on the Essential Crease brush. So I just get about that much on the brush. And I love the Charlotte Tilbury palette because it has such a huge mirror. So I just apply it. And I noticed that once I started applying this with a brush, and also when I started to use a little more product than I thought, it actually worked, because for a while there I thought that this primer really didn't work for me, but I just wasn't using enough. So if you think that it's not quite what you expected, try to use just a little bit more. Like, don't overdo it, but try just a little more product, and I feel like that has really made a difference for my experience with this eyeshadow primer. So I always lay that down first because I have really oily eyelids, and I just need something to help the shadows from going all over the place. So I love this palette because you have your 3 shadows up here, and you could easily just use those, but you can also use all of the face colors as eyeshadows. Like, it's such a versatile palette, and especially this top cheek color, I love that for my eyeshadow. So I like to take either the middle eye color or this cheek. It used to say swish on it, but I'm really wearing it down on the medium shadow brush. and this is the Swish color, so it's just like a soft pink, and it barely shows up other than in the crease. It just gives you a really nice base to start off your look. And I noticed that when I would do the middle eyeshadow color, it would just add a little too much color off the bat. I didn't really want that much color at first, so once I started to use this Swish as the first shade that I laid down, it just gives that nice groundwork for the crease. And again, since this has a point to it, you can get up in that crease, lay it down on the lid, and just do it all really, really effortlessly. So that was with that color right there. And then I pretty much decide from this point what I'm going to do next. But I typically go for this first eyeshadow color, and I really like the shading brush from the Real Techniques set, and just getting a little bit of the product and starting on the middle, like the inner middle part of my lid, and just laying it down. And it's so, so pretty. Like, it's very subtle, but gives a really nice shimmery brightening effect. And this palette is great for beginners, but also great for people that just want to reach for one thing. And I've been really curious about Charlotte Tilbury products. This is my very first one, and this was the product. This and the Film Star Bronze and Glow are the ones that I've been the most intrigued by. But when I saw this on Poshmark for like $45, which is less than, that's $30 off the retail price, I knew I had to try it. So I really, really have been loving how this performs. Then I like to take the middle eyeshadow color on the Essential Crease brush and just deepen up the crease area. So I like to just like pat it on the outer part of the lid and then sweep it into the crease. That's how I've really enjoyed to do my eyeshadow with this. And I've been using this for work, I've been using this for like the weekends and stuff, and it's seriously such an effortless palette. It's a no-brainer to reach for this. And I just love that you can use all the shades in here for your eyeshadow, so it really is a versatile palette. Then what I like to do is that's pretty much all the eyeshadow. But I reached for a brush that I rediscovered. This is the Wayne Goss number 8 brush, and this is the most unique brush in my collection. It is the stubbiest, flattest liner brush I've ever seen. It is so small and so dense, but so thin. So I take the black and I just stamp my brush into it and tap off the excess, and I love to create winged liner with this, and it's only shadow, so, and I just blinked, so I messed it up. Way to go. But it's so easy to work with because it is just an eyeshadow, so I like to press it and swipe it over, and then I like to press it into the lash line. And it just, this black is really nice because it's smoky. It's not like the blackest black you'll ever find, but it's really smoky and sultry without even like blending it out or anything. It just is a great color for this type of look. So I like to just build it up and work my way across the lash line. And I used to use liner, like shadow as liner all the time, but I got out of the habit, and now I'm back in the habit, and I love it. So I just try to make sure it's as even as I can make it, and then it's just so easy. You wouldn't really think that this brush would make such a great wing shape, but it is so easy to do with this. So obviously I am going to try to do the same thing on the other eye. And seriously, this huge mirror is such a big selling point for me because, like I said, I've been taking this traveling, and not all hotels have nice mirrors, so this is like covering your butt if your hotel has like one mirror, and it's just I hate having to share a hotel room with someone because it's like all my stuff takes up the whole space and I just need so much space. I am like a tornado when I am traveling and I have to like put all my stuff out. Oh my god. But this palette, it helps me pack lighter. It gives me the look I want and it's just so easy. So it's easier to do without talking, as you guys know that I've been mentioning. But I feel like this is foolproof. Like, it's not like a gel liner or anything where it's, if you mess up, it just is super annoying. This you could just like brush away and it's okay. So you could definitely make a really great smoky eye with mostly the black and the brown and just add a little pop of the lightest color in the inner corner. Just such a great palette. So that's literally what I've been doing for my eyeshadow and it's just so easy. I love it. I feel like I went more like rounded on this eye and more flat. So I'm going to try to even it up and I'll be right back. Okay, so that's a little bit better, but it's just so easy, you guys. I'm really, really happy with this palette, especially for an eyeshadow look. Then I go in and do my face. So I'm still really enjoying the Nars Creamy Concealer in Vanilla, and I just take like the product on the wand and do it under both eyes. I don't go back in and do like a ton of product because I just find that it looks so heavy, and if you use this product in a sheer way, I think that it just looks really gorgeous. And I wanted to ask you guys about how you keep your makeup looking nice on your nose. And that's like very specific, but I blow my nose a lot because I feel like I just always have allergies. I'm always blowing my nose, and so the makeup on my nose just is destroyed by like mid-afternoon or like mid-morning sometimes, depending on how much I have to blow my nose. And I just don't know what to do. So if you guys have like any tips for that, like do you touch up with like powder or like concealer or something? Like, I don't want to add a ton of product to my face throughout the day. Like, I don't touch up my makeup other than lipstick. So I just am so baffled as to what to do. But like yesterday I looked in the mirror after my afternoon meetings and my nose was just like, there was coverage like here and here, but like my whole like nostrils and everything was just like bare and it looked like so weird. So if you have any tips, please tell me. This was the Real Technique setting brush, my favorite under eye concealer brush. Then I am so happy I finally got a pump for my Estee Lauder Double Wear. This is the MAC foundation pump. It was $10, which is ridiculous, but it fits perfectly on the Estee Lauder Double Wear container, and Estee Lauder and MAC are like from the same company, so that makes sense. But I've just been so sick of having to like carefully try to pour out the product from the Estee Lauder, so I got the pump. It's nice because it locks, so it won't press if you have it like in your makeup bag, and it also has a little, how do you even put this on? Like a little cap for the top. So yeah, that's pretty nice. But I'm still loving the Double Wear, and I've been applying it mostly with my Real Techniques buffing brush. So I just start with one pump, and that's the best part of this. Like, I don't have to like pour it and try to get the same amount every time. With the pump, I can just get the right amount. So I always start on my cheeks because that's where I like the most coverage. And I am wearing a light layer of the Kiehl's BB cream in Fair to Light. I got this sample and I'm almost done with it. I really have been enjoying this. I got that from Nordstrom when Chloe and I went like 2 months ago, and I started to use it last week or so, and I've really been loving it for work especially. But this morning I had to go get blood work and I was fasting, so I really wanted to get there and then I could eat, so I just slapped some of that on and just went and got my blood work done. So that was fun. But yeah, just for like a really quick coverage, like light coverage, the Kiehl's BB cream is really beautiful, and it's not super glowy. Like, it gets glowier throughout the day, but it doesn't start off really glowy, so you could definitely powder it if you're more oily, or you could just leave it as is if you're normal to dry. So that's been nice for light coverage, but pretty much I just use one pump of the Estee Lauder, and I'm super happy with the coverage. I'm happy with the finish. It looks so natural for being as good of coverage as it is. Like, I don't want to say it's full coverage, but for me, this is like as much coverage as I would want, because I do like to see my skin. Like, I don't want to look like I'm wearing a mask, so this is absolutely perfect for me. Sometimes I just feel really paranoid and think I'm not filming, because that's happened before where I'm like on a roll and I'm not filming, but false alarm, I was just being paranoid. So I just try to make sure that it's really blended into my hairline, around my ears, and down my neck. And don't forget, like, your nose area. But again, please send me your tips on how to keep my makeup on my nose. Like, maybe I just need a like skin tone powder or something that I can reapply. I don't know. You guys need to give me some help. Alright, so after that, I usually like to do my eyebrows. So I've been using the Anastasia Brow Definer in Auburn. Still really enjoying this. And it's just the easiest shape of a pencil. I know that so many brands have this kind of like triangular shape, and I would be curious to try different ones, but I just really like the formula of Anastasia products. So this one is really working well for me. And I already have a little bit of brow gel in my brows from this morning, so I'm just gonna not gel them, but if I did, I would use the Maybelline Brow Precise Fiber Volumizer. Okay, I'm like out of breath because of this coffee. It like makes me crazy. So also I wanted to mention my necklace. This was only $5 from Forever 21. I feel like it looks so expensive. And then these earrings are the Naudry Cubic Zirconia earrings from Nordstrom. I think the Nordstrom sale is ending the day that you're seeing this, on the 5th, so August 5th. Any last things you want from Nordstrom, pick them up today if they're in the sale. These are part of the sale, and they are my go-to earrings now. These and the inside out hoops, which I've shown you guys quite a few times, that are also by Naudry. They have the cubic zirconia crystals on the outside and the inside of the hoop. So they are just absolutely stunning showstoppers. I wear these to work. I wear these out. They're just awesome. So yeah. The Nordstrom anniversary sale was great, but very expensive because it adds up so quickly. Alright, then I move on to my cheeks and stuff. So I go back to my Charlotte Tilbury palette, and I always like to start with this bronzer, which I'm not sure if this is the same bronzer as in her Film Star Bronze and Glow, but it could be. It's a nice light bronzer. If you have deeper skin, I doubt that this would show up on you because it's very light even on my skin. So I like that because I don't want anything too obviously bronze, but it is like such a light color that I don't think it would work for many skin tones, which is a shame. So I'm not sure if she has multiple different like deepnesses of these palettes, but I think that she should if she doesn't already. So that is just the bronzer, and I think it's a really pretty color for my skin tone. The only thing that I don't love in this palette is the highlighter. I think, and I could be wrong, I think that this is her Gold Bar highlight. I could be really wrong. I don't know. But it's just like nothing. Like, it's a little bit of sparkles, which that's not what I like for a highlighter. I want like a sheen, not sparkles. So I would prefer to have like a Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector or like a formula similar to this in this palette. So I'm just going to use, this is Moonstone, and I will be devastated when I use this up. I use it so sparingly now because it's just such a good one. But the highlighter in here is not terrible, but it's definitely not my favorite. It's my, it's the least good part of this whole palette, and my hair is like, what is going on with it? So the highlight, I could skip on that one. But these blushes, it's really interesting how she does her blushes in the normal pan because it's the two colors like this, but it looks like a boob. It has like an outer and then like an inner like nipple part. And so it's called Swish and Pop. So this later muted shade is called Swish, and then this one is called Pop. So the idea is to take this more muted shade and like swish it all around your cheeks, like have an all over cheek color, and then take the brighter one and just like pop it on the apples of the cheeks. So it's an interesting concept. You can mix and match them very easily, and I do like that technique with these specific colors. And again, you could use them however you wanted, but I do follow that for when I do my everyday look with this, because it does give a really nice end result. And then usually I'll go back in with my blush. This is a Real Techniques blush brush that I use for bronzer, and just mix it all together. Make sure it's nice. And I have like hairs all over me, you guys. My hair is like a shedding mess. So I like to just blend it all over, and then that is the complete palette for this look. Like, it just gives me such an easy look with like so few products. Like, this is all in one thing. It is great. So the only thing in there is the highlight is just not my fave. Then usually I do mascara before this, but I kind of forgot. So still using the L'Oreal Telescopic. Loving this, but it is drying out, so it's getting clumpier. So that is why I really love the Lash Separator, which is this little guy, and the Real Techniques Enhanced Eye Set. It just really helps to work out any of those like clumps. Like sometimes it just clumps up like a few of my lashes, and it just looks absolutely terrible. And then the Lash Separator just helps to make it fluttery again. So nothing super clumped up on this side. But I feel like this side, my left eye always gets like a different result because I'm not left-handed. So I try to do my best, but it's not as good as my right hand. And I would love to know who of you guys is left-handed. I find left-handed people, I'm like attracted to left-handed people. Like, I feel like I should be left-handed. But left-handed people just have really similar personality traits, and I just find it really fascinating. So if you're left-handed, please let me know in the comments. I would love to know. And it would be just really cool to see if a lot of you are left-handed, or if you're right-handed like me, or ambidextrous. That is like so cool. I don't think I know anyone that's ambidextrous, but my grampy, he plays golf, and he's like ambidextrous at golf. So it's like wild, but he's left-handed. So it's really cool. So no like major clumps, but if you did, you can just brush out the clumps with this Lash Separator. And it is just like so essential to have this in your collection. Then the last part of my makeup look is my lips. And I recently got these L'Oreal lipsticks that I've just been so dying to get. These are called the Color Riche Shine. And I'm sure you've all seen them with this gorgeous packaging. I think this is the best packaging in the drugstore right now. Like, this looks so luxurious and high-end, like Art Deco amazingness. And I purchased one of these for my friend Zuri, as I gave all my girlfriends who came to my birthday party like little goodie bags of like makeup I thought that they would like. And I got Zuri one of these that was like a brighter pink shade, and she has really deep skin, and it just looks so gorgeous on her. And it's such a like light balmy texture that even someone that doesn't wear a lot of makeup can use and get enjoyment out of. So the two shades that I picked up are Burnished Blush, and that is this beautiful like rosy color. That one, oh gosh, they're both gorgeous, but now I want them all. And then I got Shining Peach, which was a recommendation from Lisa D1. And so that is a much lighter shade. So I've been pretty much like layering them together. So I'll put on the Shining Peach, so you can see that. And it is like a beautiful nude. If you want a nude for a smoky eye, or even for this look, I think it is so gorgeous. It feels so good. But if you wanted a little more color, you could also add on the Burnished Rose. And mixing them together is like the perfect color. Oh my god. Love, love, love. So these are amazing. I definitely want to pick more up. I bought them from Ulta on National Lipstick Day, which is like, there's literally a holiday for everything. Like, when is National Cactus Day? Because that's what I want to celebrate. And it was so funny this morning. I wanted to shave my legs. Like, I am trying to have a relaxation weekend and like sleep in, or like sleep till whenever I want, like not really do a ton of stuff because I'm always so busy and pushing myself to do more and more and more. And sometimes I just need to relax. But all I wanted to do today was shave my legs, but I forgot, and I wore shorts because it's really hot outside. And my mom was like, oh my god, you're just like a cactus, you're prickly. And she knows I love cacti, so it was so hilarious this morning when she said that to me, because I was like, Mom, I forgot to shave my legs and I'm all prickly, and she's like, you're just like a cactus. So that was a highlight of this morning already. So that is my full makeup look. It's so easy with this palette. I really, really love it, especially if you can get it for really inexpensive resale. Like, the girl I bought it from literally used it once, and when I opened it, it didn't even look touched. So just do your research, buy from reputable sellers if you purchase secondhand, but you can get really great deals. And then this Real Techniques Enhanced Eye Set is awesome. I love every brush in here, and you guys know I'm just obsessed with Real Techniques anyway, and it was such an honor for them to send me this at all. So that was just a really exciting thing for me to share with you. So I hope you guys enjoyed this and got something out of this super easy makeup look. And if you have this palette, maybe it'll re-inspire you to pull it out. And if you haven't checked out Real Techniques brushes, please do. They're the best brushes ever. Like, I was gonna say the best in the drugstore, but they're literally just the best, period. So thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate you spending your time with me, and I will see you very soon. Bye.